Duke. Big crowds might be a problem for Duke. He has a little trouble calming down, so it might be difficult to do that.
Everybody on Substack, don't tell anybody.
Okay, if you're on Substack right now and you heard about the taco hats, do not say anything to the people who are showing up tonight. That would be bad. Typically, I see the little messages on screen. Ooh, somebody's asking about Glenn Kirshner. People chime in. Will Jasmine Crockett be there? As a matter of fact, yes.
And make sure that we're getting the real messages out. We know that misinformation, disinformation, and straight up lies is how we got here. And so anything that I can do to contribute to uplifting the real stories and the real messages of real Americans, I'm gonna do it.
Now we're gonna see it in person, and so that's very exciting. They're gonna come up these stairs?
These stairs.
Okay. I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening right now. This is sort of that experience, but in a live audience setting. And there you go right there. I practiced my monologue with Duke this morning. Yes, we're going to have fun. Yes, we're going to try to lighten things up. And we're going to try to uplift people who've been going through a whole lot.
Doesn't everybody need sparkle boots?
But we also really want to hear from the folks who have been heavily impacted by what has been taking place here in Washington.
I was with USAID and I was one of the fired federal workers.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for coming.
There's so many great people coming tonight.
As Harry Dunn, Akalina Ganel, we're going to be paying tribute to the January 6th police officers, the heroes who defended democracy.
And that's why I'm happy to be here with Jim and everybody else, because we're bringing attention to it and we're not letting people let this one go.
I feel very blessed that so many folks have gotten involved.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Here's my producer, Matt. How are you?
Hi, gang.
He's got to go do stuff. Bethany is here. My old colleague from CNN, she's shooting some behind-the-scenes stuff, including 2 musicians from the Kennedy Center.
What's going on at the Kennedy Center, as my husband says, it feels like the walls are closing in.
This music is beautiful. I just want to hear from people. This is why we're doing a town hall.
We're also the parents of a non-binary kid, and that's pretty scary.
What's on their minds, what questions they want asked. Hey, how you doing?
I want to see this issue and just the impacts that this climate is having on federal employees being brought center stage.
Any kind of attention to what's happening to federal employees is so important.
People with, a decent following and with some sway talking about it.
We know how powerful these things are. Podcasting helped decide the 2024 election, right?
We have seen federal workers fired. We have seen agencies closed.
I was formerly with USAID. I was fired on January 28th without any cause. I was still on maternity leave. I was working on women and children's health. 2 weeks later, my husband lost his job at a NGO.
And done in such an inhumane and cruel fashion that it's just been pulling at my heart.
This world is going to steamroll you, whether you're paying attention or not.
And so we have dozens of federal employees. Thanks for coming.
Your work is important, you are important, and I don't know, your accomplishments and contributions are not going unrecognized.
And so I wanted to do an event here in DC.
Where I went from career professionals to now being on Medicaid.
And the people who are coming here tonight, they don't want to take this stuff lying down.
It's a matter of connecting communities with communities with communities with communities.
But the reason why we want to do this is to lift people up.
Drove up from Richmond
today. Oh my God. But there's a whole community here that is passionately looking out for you. Thank you. Wants to support you. Oh, thank you, Frederica.
You can't just sit on the sidelines.
It's about taking a stand for democracy and making our voices heard. That's why we're coming together, right? I'm JimAcosta. I'll see you later on.